The man accused of attempting to assassinate Donald Trump may not have been the one to shoot a Secret Service agent. Cole Thomas Allen faces 3 criminal charges, including attempted assassination. He's back in court today, but documents appear to suggest he was not the one who shot the agent, as originally asserted. Many law enforcement officers pulled their guns when Allen bolted through a checkpoint. Now, many people do not believe that the assassination attempt happened as it has been described on both the political right and left. There are theories that the event was staged. Carmen Celestini watches these conspiracies. She is a lecturer at the University of Waterloo and studies disinformation.
Yes.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
What are some of the theories that are out there?
There are some that are completely absurd about a child of Erica Kirk coming back in time and time traveling.
Charlie Kirk's widow.
Yes, yeah. Coming back in time to take out Donald Trump to save the world, and more that are, based on just questions like the mentalist holding up the card with a word on it. Was it a signal? Or the look on Donald Trump's face when the bullets first were sounding.
What does it tell you? I mean, this is not a very small minority of people who believe something else happened, that this was staged in some way, and it's on both sides of the political spectrum.
Absolutely.
What does it tell you about this moment that we are in, that it is so much more widespread than conspiracy theories have been in the past?
Well, when people feel like the world is chaotic and there's one disaster after another, or that the government doesn't represent them, or they're disenfranchised, and distrust of institutions like media and the lies told by the administration, people look for answers. And those answers often are, well, there has to be a reason why this is happening. Nothing is coincidental. Mm-hmm. And in doing that, it gives them a sense of control about what's happening around them and how they understand the world.
Some observers have suggested that conspiracy theories have been embraced more frequently by the political right in recent years. And yet when we look at this, it is, it's hard for me to quantify, but seemingly just as predominant on the political left as it is on the political right.
Absolutely. When it was rising on the right, it was when Biden and Obama were president. And those on the right felt disenfranchised and distrusted the institutions. Mm-hmm. Well, now the left feels that way with what's happening with the Trump administration. So it only makes sense that when you're searching for answers, these will be there, and they feel like they're out of control. And so that need to understand the world around them and some of the horrific things that they're feeling, they will turn to conspiracies. It's not something that's based on educational level or political spectrum. Mm-hmm. It's really about feelings and articulations of injustice.
And if you don't trust the institutions, if you don't, in the case of this, if you don't trust the FBI, if you don't mm-hmm. trust the Justice Department, and we have heard assertions of this in a previous presidential administration where people didn't trust those institutions. Now different people don't trust those institutions. Yep. What does it mean about these institutions that are so core to our existence as a democratic society?
Well, we're in a moment where we're looking at radical politics, we're seeing a cult coming into the conversation, and we're feeling people being disenfranchised. So what it means is that there has to be more transparency and more accountability by those who are actually the voices behind the pulpit of politics.
Do you think that'll actually happen?
No.
Yeah.
No, I think that we're at a really interesting moment in time where, what people are seeing and what's being articulated by the Trump administration often are not in sync. There's very different, where the economy is doing well or inflation is well, but people are still harmed when they're trying to go to the grocery store and get gas, right? So people are saying what's coming out to us is not what we're actually encountering in the real world. And that's a problem when we think about, well, who do we trust to give us information when they're not telling us the truth?
Well, now here's a big question for you. Will disinformation win?
It may. It's a problem. I mean, when we think about what happened with disinformation and the election of Donald Trump, right? Conspiracy theories were really powerful in engaging mm-hmm. the electorate. That could happen again on the left if a populist left leader rises up and uses this fear and conspiracies to gain power.
Is there any road away where people in different political worlds can come back and unify themselves around a singular cause? Or are we permanently in fractured society?
Well, I can't predict the future, unfortunately, but I do feel that this cleavage is one that is global. It's not just something that Americans can solve or Canada can solve. Mm-hmm. The internet is borderless, so the information that people are getting is borderless, right? So we need to connect globally to understand what is free speech, what is free language, and how we engage with disinformation and trust of our institutions.
Okay, let me ask you, as we started this conversation about some of the conspiracy theories floating around that say that the assassination assassination attempt that happened on the weekend was staged. You've described some of the scenarios, the theories that are out there. What are some people are going to see on their social media feeds?
Oh, there's so many videos out there. We're seeing propaganda videos from Iran discussing it, and with the music, people are actually lip syncing it, engaging with the songs, and hearing those words constantly. We're seeing people engaging and stopping every shot on the camera to find out the look on people's faces or what they were doing, and they're linking it to other conspiracy theories. Some that are anti-Semitic, saying that it's Mossad that's actually the shoot behind the shooting.
Israeli Secret Service,
or it was the Democrats that did it. So they're sort of putting it into their own worldview and who they perceive as being the enemy to validate their own understanding of the world.
Quite something, and a lot of people are seeing it.
Yes,
all right,
absolutely.
Carmen Celestini, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.